Okay, welcome. I am so excited, you guys. Thank you so much for showing up today on Monday morning. It's a beautiful Monday morning, a little bit cold, but it is beautiful. I want to get right into our training because, as you know, we have a very, very special guest who has a very, very special guest coming on to share with us today. And so this is our week. This is our week where we're going into Christmas, and Hanukkah is on Sunday. So we've got a whole week here, a full week here to do some really great fun things with our Miriam business. And some of you are already, are taking time off work. Some of you are still working, but, you can hopefully try to fit some activity in, and we're going to talk about that today. So, we're going to start the week out with our SMART goals, and as we know, they're specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time framed, and simple. Okay, so that's the key: is simplicity and being able to duplicate that. And so this week, I chose some SMART goals that you've seen before, and that's the other thing, that they are, kind of the same types of goals all month. And you can utilize mine or you can utilize your own. It doesn't really matter, just as long as we try to do a little something every day. So these are the SMART goals for the week. As you know, I always start out with my Fortune 14. And as Randy brought up last week, which is very true, sometimes I know we think we've gone through our entire, kind of warm market, and it's difficult to kind of come up with names of people to put on that Fortune 14. But I also go back to people that I haven't talked to in maybe 6 months. I just went back to a lady that I saw on the tennis court that was at my first RRP 5 years ago. And I ran into her, and now we have, coffee set up for Wednesday. So, go back into the people that maybe you haven't spoken to and expose them again, re-expose them. So we're going to make our list, and then we're going to expose a couple people every day and go follow up with a couple people every day. And then what I'm challenging everybody to do this week, if you can, is to schedule an RRP, as your holiday before the 23rd of this month. And that can be an RRP or a sit down or a Zoom. And that kind of leads me into our speaker today, who is, as you know, our international marketing director. And everybody on this Zoom knows who Aana Camp is. Aana is, and I'm going to let her sort of tell her story, but Aana is somebody that was brought into our life, the day we got started, or the day we had our first real results party, and my sister-in-law, Karen, brought Aana and this guy, John, and they came over to launch our business. And, it was an unbelievable party. There was such great energy, and that continued and continued and continued, and it kind of set the tone for Robert and I to do these parties all the time, and we've never stopped. We do them once a week. And so she's been an amazing support to both Robert and I and this entire team, and she's, absolutely beautiful inside and out. And I know that, she has really mastered this business in a way that is obviously taking her to the top of the company. So I couldn't be more excited to have her share today with this group of, our mastermind group. I know that all of you on here are so dedicated. And so I am just incredibly excited to introduce Aana Camp to all of you. Aana, are you there? You have to unmute yourself.
Unmute. Oh, there we go. Got it. Sorry about that. You would think that was my first rodeo. Couldn't get myself unmuted there for a second. Annie, thank you so much. You are so amazing. You guys, I don't know any other team that gets up at 7 a.m. and does a Zoom every single morning for their team besides Annie Schwartz. And Annie, you're such an extraordinary leader. I've had such an absolute blast working with you over the last, for me, it's been 5 years. For you, it's about 4.5, I'm assuming. But what a joy and what an honor. And every time you tell the story about coming and doing the first RRP in your home, I always laugh. And I think back to the, I don't even know how many, RRPs we did there, but oh my gosh, we had so much fun. of course, that was the basis for building, for you guys, as it was for me, just a massive organization. And these parties really are the foundation and the lifeblood. And, so many times I hear people say, well, oh gosh, I'm having a hard time getting people over, and, I'm inviting, and, and, oh gosh, it's just recruiting. I feel like I've gone through my whole list, and, oh my gosh, but, nobody's working on my team. And I hear a lot of that from people who have especially been around for a while. And I know that a lot of you on this morning Zoom have been part of this Miriam family for quite some time. And I have to laugh because you know what? Guess what? Me too. Me too. I've been around this business for quite a long time now. 5 years. In a couple of weeks, it'll be 5 years for me. And I have to be really transparent. Over the summer, I got in this slump, and I got in this oh my gosh, I need to go out and recruit. And I was just, I have to be honest, I was having a tough time with it. I just wasn't feeling the energy. I wasn't feeling the excitement and the enthusiasm. And, people around me were feeling kind of burnt out. And I thought, wait a minute, we're the sum total of the 5 people we hang out closest to. And so I started to really look for people in Miriam that were recruiting. And at the time, Danny Gasmy was just on fire. He was like, on the top 10 recruiters list for the NMD call regularly. And I'm like, what's he doing? And I called Dan. I'm like, what are you doing? He's just like, I'm just mustering up this energy, and I'm all excited, and I'm just fired up, and I just want to build a new team, and I want to be around people that are excited and energetic and fun. And so I started thinking about that. I thought, oh man, I gotta start really bringing the energy, because either you're around a lot of energy or you've got to bring it yourself. And I really did. I had to press in, and I had to start reading my affirmations every single day. And I actually set the alarm on my phone to read my affirmations once every single hour. And I did that solid for a week during my day, because I needed to press into all those things that I know work, and to really look at look at where my excitement was coming from, and how to muster up my own excitement and for recruiting, and read my self-development every single day, and get up and put on my 10 issues first thing and go for a brisk walk, even if it was just around the neighborhood, or hit the gym, or do something to get the endorphins up and get my own energy and excitement up. And I just went on this, in my mind, I'm going on a recruiting mission, because I know the fun and the excitement comes from working with new people. And I really want to be around a new team, and just really started working toward that, and started to recruit. And then come August, started to recruit. I got, 1 or 2, and then so on and so forth. And then in, September and October and November, and my goal has always been 3 a month. Do I hit 3 a month? Not always for new people on my team, but I try, and it's my goal, and I really press in and work, and I don't listen to the noise around me. I stick around the excited, positive, and energetic people like you guys who are all here at 7 a.m. every single morning, 5 days a week. And so with that, over the last few months, I have been recruiting and really all of those things that you do. And in terms of the recruiting, you guys, the follow-up, so super key. I realized my follow-up was just not that good. And I would start people in the Class A prospect funnel, but I wasn't as diligent about following up, because I would make the excuse, oh my gosh, I'm busy. Oh my gosh, I'm traveling. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot about picking up that bottle. But pressing into the follow-up. And from that came this amazing new team that I've been working with. And, over the last, between August and now, I've personally recruited 15 brand new brand partners personally. That's gotten me so excited, so up. And guys, I've been doing this for 5 years. Do you think I've gone through my warm market? Nope, not yet. I would say, yeah, you'd probably think I have, but I haven't. I haven't gone through my warm market yet. I'm still, sifting and sorting. I'm still, looking. I'm still out there meeting brand new people that I never knew before. But from that came this amazing team. And I have been so energized. I have been so excited. I have been so on point, and I'm around people that really want it. And this team has now produced in 90 days 2 Lexus earners, and probably a third one this month in 90 days. That's one a month, 3 months straight. And what's really fun about that is we have just been beating the drum, RRP, 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 RRP. And these leaders on this team have done multiple RRPs, some of them 2 a week, but all of them are pressing into each other. And they're having this great sort of healthy competition cross-line with each other, doing these RRPs. And it's such a reminder of the excitement and the energy. Recently, I was in Australia and I thought, oh my gosh, the energy here is crazy. And every leader I've talked to who's been there, they're like, oh my gosh, the energy here is crazy. Why? Because it's all new people. And it was such a reminder to me to be, really diligent about working on recruiting yourself, because from recruiting comes new people. From new people comes excitement and energy. And this energy just builds and builds and builds. So I think I have control of the screen here. Let's see. Can I get to the next slide? Annie, you want to switch it for me? So this is just recently the RRP that we did around the whole, actually this was Wednesday. This was Wednesday last week. So it's just a handful of days ago. And I put out a competition. I said, I'll do an RRP at my house. And this group has been doing, literally my calendar has been jammed. My calendar has been jammed 4 nights a week with RRPs for this group. Tuesday nights we go to the market party, unless there's an RP for a new person and I don't have another place to schedule it. I've had to schedule it there, but Saturdays as well. And now some of the people on the team are doing their own RRPs now and starting to do them without me, which is really super fun. But this is what happened this last week. And so many times I hear people say, oh, it's the holidays, people are busy, nobody can come. You guys, if you're hearing that in your head, if you're saying that, I just want to tell you, you're not listening to the right messaging. That is completely false. Every single Christmas time, every single holiday time, I have had a really good month because I don't listen to the noise. I don't listen to that. That is absolutely ridiculous. People do go out. People will go out, and that will go out if you begin with your own mindset about that. Because we did this RRP, and you can see here, we had over 45 people. We had only 12 brand partners, and the rest were all guests. Okay, we had a competition. We said, who can bring the most guests? And you can see in the lower left-hand corner, that's my family room, you guys. That doesn't even show the picture of all the people that were standing in the kitchen. And it's not because, Aana Camp was doing an RRP, because this team consistently gets, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 guests at every single RRP. And it's because they're not doing them alone. They're doing them with somebody cross-line. They'll say, hey, a couple of people like, Maria will say, hey, let's do an RRP at Steve's house. And everyone will go, oh yeah. And then we invite all the other brand partners, and all the other brand partners bring people too. So there's a lot of energy going on. And we had a total blast. You guys, it was absolutely amazing. We got numerous PCs. We got some brand partners out of it. And from this, now we've got, we're booking a party to a party. So this was the basics, all the basics of what we all did in the very beginning, which was book a party from a party. People were saying, well, you know what, I'd like to get that ice serum, but could I have a party at my house? Guests. Well, why are guests asking? Why? You got to ask yourself this question. Why are the guests saying, well, I'd love to help Laura. Can I do a party, have some people over at my house for her? Or one person the other day said, I don't really want to, I don't have the money to buy anything right now, but I really want to support, who was it? Wait, I'll think of it in a second. We just did it. Melina. I really want to support Melina. Can I do something at my house? And we immediately put something on the books for her. So we didn't get an order from that person, but this was somebody who wanted to support somebody that they loved, Melina. And so we booked a party for a person that's not even a PC yet, who wanted to do it. And every time religiously we go around the room, we're like, hey, let's do something at your house. Look how fun this is. And you guys, if you look around this room, it was amazing. Literally, there were no more seats. These poor people who sat behind the sofa, they didn't even have a leg room. So I'm really excited. I want to bring on Maria Lupita, who has just been amazing. She has incredible energy, but I can't take all the credit for inviting because she really has headed up this team. She's really got this group going. She is a ball of fire. She's got energy all the time, energy for days. She's always laughing, and she's so positive with the way that she invites. I really give a lot of the credit to getting that room as full as it was, because not only is she out there inviting with her team, but she invited. And Maria, I know you're there. I see your beautiful picture. Let's see you on your camera. I think I can't see everybody on here, so maybe you guys can see her. There you are. Hi, take it away. I can see you now. Are you unmuted?
There I am.
There you are.
Yeah, there I am. Hi. Hi, everybody. Do you want me to go ahead and start sharing?
Yeah, I do. What I want you to do is talk about, with these guys, just how you were inviting to this party specifically, and also just how you've been teaching people to invite, because we have just a whole ton of people, and a lot of it's the energy, but it's also sometimes the wording of the things that you say. So take it away and talk a little bit about how you've been doing the inviting.
One thing that it just came to me as I was doing my affirmations this morning and last night was that one additional thing that it had just escaped my mind is the way that I myself, and I think it's also from you as well, Aana, and that I teach the team and myself on how to start with excitement with my name. I know it sounds silly, but whenever I say my name, I tell people like, oh my gosh, you can only say Maria Lupita if you smile. So always people laugh whenever I say that, and I think that automatically starts people in a different setting, because they know that if they say Maria Lupita, they're supposed to smile and laugh. So automatically it brings. I mean, some of you I think are doing that already, and you can't help but to do that because it comes with the name. Gentleman in the team, that his name is Brian Trunk, and every time we say that, we say Brian Trunk, so each one of our team members, they have something special about their name. So I think from the setup, even though I hadn't thought about that until just last night and this morning, it starts with how we say our name, because there's so much power in our names, in the power of words. But in terms of how we invite to parties, it's, we have all these people that are throwing great parties, but it's because we are telling everybody that it's a VIP party. And you can only get on the list if you give us a firm yes. So when somebody comes, I say, hey, by the way, I'm having a party at one of my friend's house, and I need to make sure that you're going to come. Can you make it? I was like, oh, and by the way, I can only invite VIPs who are either very successful or good looking. And I think you get like, well, which one do you think I am? And I'm like, well, come over, and then we'll figure it out. And it always makes them laugh. It always makes them curious. Like if somebody told me you're either good looking or successful, I would think, well, which one do they think I am? Either one is good, but I want to be both. So a lot of people will show up at parties. There was 2 gentlemen that actually, there's been several in all of our team that have shown up to parties that we picked up from Facebook. We had never met them, not only for me, but from the team as well. It's all about the VIP party. Come to my VIP party, come to my VIP party. And it was all about the excitement as to, what they're going to get once they get there. And they're going to get this room full of people. They're going to get this amazing people that, that they want to meet, that they can't, if they don't commit to saying yes, I can definitely be there. And by the way, our retention, the people that say yes and actually show up, it's incredible. I mean, just incredible. We hardly ever have anybody that says they're going to come and that they don't show up. I think the way that we're inviting is something very unique. Because we tell them, if you can't make it, then I'm not going to put you on the list because you don't qualify as a VIP. So that's, I think that's pretty much in a nutshell, just making it, one, giving power in how you yourself teach people to say your name, and then how we tell the people about, and even when they go about saying, is this one of those things? I'm like, what one of those things? I'm like, come to my party. I'm inviting you to a party. I'm inviting you to support me. And one of the things before I finish sharing, as Aana was saying, this is the week of Christmas. And as a matter of fact, I was just on the phone, right, about 6:30 this morning with one of our team members saying, hey, Maria, by the way, I want to have another party. When do we have more room for the other party? So as we're speaking right now, at 6:30 this morning, one of the team members who is runner-up for Lexus was already planning his party for Tuesday, and who he was going to invite and all of that. So nothing is stopping us. For us, it's just, how do we help the next person?
Thank you. Oh my gosh, Maria, you're so funny. I thought of something else that you had when you were talking, which was what you just said, which is, you guys think about how exciting it is for us as leaders of this team, how fun it is for us to have people calling saying, oh my gosh, when is there room? And we've done a lot of that with the team. We've done a lot of that, hey, listen, there's only so many dates. Listen, it's abundant right now, but it's going to be scarce if you don't get on the calendar. And so we're finding that they're like clamoring for dates. Wait, do you have something Saturday? Well, you know what, Saturday we're booked. We're going to be over at Laura's house, but let's combine it all at her house. So they don't want to miss out on being able to invite to one of our parties. So what's happening is they're all inviting to each other's parties just because they don't want to miss out on any of it. We did not a drawing, but we did a contest at this last party for whoever could invite the most guests, which has also been the competition where you couldn't come without a guest. That was one of the stipulations because I can only fit so many people at my house. So you couldn't just come and watch. You had to participate by bringing a guest. And so we had, oh gosh, Maria had 4 guests. Laura had 5 guests. The winner had 5 guests, but every single one had more than one guest. And the evidence of that was having a room full of people, 45, close to maybe 50 people. Maria and I last night were up late trying to count, but we only had, I think, 12 or 13 brand partners, but there was more than 25 guests. So imagine what that looks like and over again. And while we're talking about parties, I do want to say, and another quick fun story. Maria said she had met a guy at an event who was a photographer. It was actually a red carpet event up in LA. It was a very big deal, professional photographer. He was taking all the pictures. She invited him, and she invited him in such a compelling way, this VIP party, and you either have to be really successful or you have to be beautiful, and we're inviting you. And he drove all the way down from LA, you guys, and if you know anything about the traffic here, it's brutal. I'm sure he drove well over 2 hours. He came with his girlfriend, and she said, oh, by the way, can you bring your camera? And he photographed, that's where all those pictures came from. So a professional photographer actually did the pictures. And so you guys, anything is possible, but it all begins with the excitement and the enthusiasm and the way that you invite. And that brings me to another quick topic having to do with RRPs, you guys. Just because this is the week before Christmas does not mean that people won't come to your RRPs, because we're booked tonight, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Thursday night we'll probably book. We haven't booked it yet, but parties are definitely still the way. The other thing I want to tell you is this is now my 4th Christmas season at Miriam. And I'm glancing to the side because I'm looking at my calendar each time I glance, because I'm trying to make sure that I say this properly. My experience has been the last week of the month is golden for parties. Why? Because people have been in a flurry. They've been rushing around. They've been trying to get all their Christmas presents, Hanukkah. They're really celebrating right now up into these, these dates, these actual holiday dates. But a lot of people are home that last week. A lot of people are over the crowd. They're over being the one that's doing all the Christmas party. They're over all of it. They just want to get out and get away and have fun. And the last week of the month, people come to your parties, whether it's people that are home from work because they took the week off, they're having a little staycation at home. They don't need to clean out their garage. They need to come over to your house in the afternoon for a potluck, and they need to say, bring your leftovers over from your Christmas dinner, your Hanukkah celebration. Bring your stuff over. Let's have a little potluck. Let's do a party. It's an awesome time, and I know we're not completely booked yet, but we will be very booked that last week of the month. And I know we want to talk a little bit too about Spotlight, guys. You know what? I would be remiss if I didn't tell you I am over the moon about what's coming in Spotlight. I did a Zoom last night, and I was going through a lot of the I was actually re-listening first to the call that Jeff Olson did for the Epic team. And you guys, if you weren't on it, go listen to it, re-listen to it. It's unbelievable what we have coming January 6th, 7th. This event is going to be off the hook. Please call into your team. Now is a really, really good time. It's a great time to call in and say, happy holidays. Love you to pieces. So excited. Oh my gosh. I'm on camp this morning. I'm Maria Lupita, and you can't help but laugh when you say her name. But they're having parties. It's unbelievable. People are coming. I got a great new way of inviting. Let's get something going. And oh my gosh, you're registered for Spotlight, right? Okay, how many people on your team are registered? How many people are you going to get to go with you? Now is the time to recruit and get brand new people on this team so that you can bring more people to Spotlight. Imagine you guys have all been to national conventions. What would it be like if you brought 5 new people to a national convention and they all sat around you and they got the good news of Miriam, they got the belief, they got the information about what's coming. They got the incredible training that we're all going to get at Spotlight. You guys, this is the time, and you have got to get registered. Seats are limited. It is going to be amazing. And while I'm saying that, you guys, there is no better company out there. Think about it. We've been in business 5.5 years. In 5.5 years, we have never, ever been copied. Think about it. Nobody has tried to copy our products. Nobody can copy our systems. Nobody has the kind of training that we have. Nobody has what we have coming. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Nobody can copy our Miriam Gives Back program. Can't even get close to it. Why? Why is that? Because we're the best. Because there is nothing out there that even comes remotely close to what we have and to where this company is going. I personally was involved in the virtual training out in Vegas. This studio was incredible, state-of-the-art studio. All the training modules that are coming to us, you guys it's gonna blow your mind. I've personally been able to play with our new Go Build system that's going to replace the MCC. The Go Build system is amazing. It's going to be able to do stuff. It's like, really brilliant technology people have said to Jeff, what if we could do this? What if we could do that? What if we could do this? What if we could do that? And Jeff went out and they've been creating it with Microsoft. Guys, it's insane what this company has coming, not to mention the products, not to mention the vertical market of wellness. It's amazing. And we're going to have the best of the best of the best. And the best here is yet to come. but it all begins with you, your mindset, your personal recruiting, and all of the positive energy that you bring to your team. And it all starts with you. So I'm going to get out of the way. I know you guys have an amazing week ahead of you. I'm so thrilled to have been on the Monday call, the start of the week. It's actually getting my motor running, and I'm super excited. You guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to all of you. I love you dearly. I know I would not have a team without each and every one of you. You mean the world to me. So go out and make it a great day.
Oh my gosh, Aana, thank you so much. We so appreciate it. And Maria, it is so awesome to meet you. Thank you for sharing all of those amazing ideas with us. I know that the party is everything. I knew that from the beginning when Karen and Aana started our career at Nerium. And I know that this week and next week we can go out with a blast to set up our 2017. So Aana, Maria, you're the best. Thank you so much. And you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Plan a party. Plan a party. Plan a party.
Aana and Annie. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much.